You can start by pressing it down without the wheel spinning yet. Not adding water yet, it's not rotating, it's not on. I'm just starting to get it centered. You can get the wheel going. Again, you can even do this a little bit while it's spinning. Seal it to the bat. One finger. So it's stuck on there. Crank up the speed. You can, when you're centering, you can go pretty fast. You don't have to go super fast, you don't want to go super slow. The coning and doming method.
3 times.
Ideally, at least 3, or right around 3. 3 or 4 is fine. Again, I'm really tensing up my whole upper body when I'm doing this. And it'll get a little more centered each time. Starting at the base, applying pressure, into a nice cone. Back down, my left hand on top, my right hand coming from the front. Back down to a dome. Kind of pausing once I'm finished there and letting it spin around. It's not super perfect, but it's all right. Create a little divot, finding the center. Take one finger, go straight down, applying a little bit of pressure towards myself to widen it just a little bit bigger than my finger, keeping about a ½ inch away from the bat. Taking that same finger that I opened up the piece with, and I'm going to drag it straight back towards myself, opening it up to as wide as I want, and then as soon as I get to where I want it, I stop and pause. Let it go around a couple times. Again, compress your floor. You can go back and forth with like 1 or 2 fingers on the floor, going from the center to the outside, just pressing downwards, compressing the floor. You can also do it with the back of the tool if you want it to be nice and flat too. Use it back of your rib, trying not to gouge it too much though. And then applying equal pressure with some fingers on the inside, some fingers or a knuckle on the outside. Starting at the base, applying a little bit of pressure, going straight up nice and evenly, pausing when you get to the top, don't go over the top. And then again, you'll need to do that probably about 3 or 4 times before you get your desired height. The room's a little bit thicker. It needs to be. And you never want to throw down, really. You want to just throw from the bottom up. You don't ever want to go back down. Again, making sure there's a good amount of moisture on the surface, on your hands. Trying to get the most pressure out of the bottom, and then slowly kind of alleviating pressure as you go up. And I could kind of slow down at this point too. If you ever start to flare out like that too, you can kind of collar it in a little bit. And I have a really thick spot towards the rim, so I'm just going to throw that a little bit thinner. Kind of collar it back in. And then again, if you want it to be nice and straight, you can throw like up against a rib. So I can press this rib into the side, or into the side and the outside, and kind of use my fingers to press up against it, and throw it a little off center, but it's not too bad. You can also use the ribs from the inside out to kind of swell a form open, round it out. You can do this with your hands too, but a lot of times it's nice to get good gentle curves with the rib. I'm kind of off center. And I'm going to show you guys something too, actually, while I'm at it. I forgot about the first time we did this. And again, when you're getting close to being done, it's good to kind of scrape any of that slip away and any of these fingerprints away, and just kind of shape it a little bit. Also, if you ever are noticing there's like a lot of undulation in your rim, like it's not very centered, what you can do is go a little bit slower than this, is I can trim this back true by slowly inserting this needle tool until it touches my finger, pulling that away, and that kind of, you know, leveled it back out. And always kind of address your rim somehow. Don't just leave it kind of crude. Always either try and round it out, you know, maybe add like a little bit of a lip ring on there. Do whatever you want, you know, you can come back in and do some designs if you want. But then also remember, once you're getting close to being done, is to trim away any of this excess clay out of the bottom that you don't want. Just gotta scrape it off.
Like those waves.
And then I'm probably gonna need to show you guys how to get these off the wheel too. I didn't show you guys that yet. And also make sure there's no freestanding water left in your pot at all. You can use your sponge to kind of get rid of it.
Nice. Christmas gift.
Wow.
Good job, Ryan.
Thank you.